For those people who don't know, what is this?
Okay, these are family flags. They're given to us by my grandmaster, Sifu Raul Ortiz. One is closed door disciple, 8th generation closed door disciple. And it's the family flag. Basically saying Jessoneshow Praying Mantis family. His name is on the bottom and the association name. I have two, actually I have three of them. The other one is a huge flag. It's bigger than these, and it's got the Praying Mantis on it. So I only put it out when my Sifu comes in, and we're outside, we put the big banner out. And let me show you the other one.
2 steps, guys. So from here, you do 1.
And then this is the flag as a closed door disciple. I became a closed door disciple of Grandmaster Lee Kuan Yew in 2006. I've been with him since 1998. My Sihing, Derek Fearson from the UK, and myself hold the highest rank under Grandmaster Lee Kuan Yew. We're both 10th ones, or 10th dan if you want to call it, given to us by our teacher, Grandmaster Lee Kuan Yew.
How does it work in the Praying Mantis world, the dance? How did they get that rank?
So the way we do it is, a lot of times people get confused because when we do the rankings, usually we'll use names like levels, right? Level 1 or level 2. And basically in my Sifu's organization, we have 10 levels. Once you reach level 10th, you become a chief instructor of your school. That means you've completed the system. Most people get confused thinking that that's a 10th dan. No, that's an equivalent to probably a 4th degree, okay, in the karate world. But Duans have existed for a long time. It's just a lot of Chinese people don't use it, right? You see it more in Japanese styles. And the reason why we don't use it a lot is because of the fact that rank is not important to us. What is important is the knowledge that we're getting from our teacher. Your teacher can take your rank away, throw you out of the association, close his door to you, never teach you again. But one thing he cannot do is take back what he gave you. That stays with you forever. So for us, that's more important, is the knowledge, not what you read. And so when we use the ranking, it's more to show you how close you're getting to your goal. And that's it. Don't get hung up.
Okay.
Whatever style you do, don't get hung up on the rank. Doesn't mean anything.
All right, so the teaching, how big the difference of teaching in China compared to here in America?
Well, the teaching in China compared to here is like night and day. Don't get me wrong, you will find garbage in China just like you find garbage here, okay? So most people think, oh, I'm going to China, I might find the best Kung Fu over there. Not true.
Well, how people differentiate what they're getting taught? They don't know what to look for.
Well, that's hard. That's hard. If you don't know where to look, then that's when you need to look for people who have already been training. Can you recommend a school or do your research? It's very easy to do research of Kung Fu schools in Hong Kong. Hong Kong has actually become the mecca of Kung Fu. Not so much China. If you don't know where to go in China, you're never going to find a Kung Fu school. They don't advertise like people. You have to know where to go.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth, correct. You go to Beijing, you ask somebody is that Kung Fu school, they're ready to like slap you. Because not everybody do Kung Fu, they get upset. They look at it as a peasant thing, right? So it's good to know that when you're going to go to China, you have been invited by a school. They're expecting you there. And you already have the plans and know exactly where to go.
You can't just show up.
No, that's not going to work like that. But also, the way they teach in Hong Kong is, it's my way or the highway, right? In the United States, most instructors is, okay, don't worry, we do it your way, because they're worried about this, right? As opposed to what happened to passing on knowledge, right? So I believe in that if you teach correctly, you will get the people. So most people want to have quantity as opposed to quality. And those are the ones that we call the Mac Dojos or the Burger Quones, like they say, right? They care about the money, not what they're teaching, right? And so We're not like that. My teacher is very adamant about doing techniques correctly. And so when I teach and I train my guys, they're the same way. They're constantly like, oh, Sifu, man, you don't miss anything. You see everything. Yes, because I'd rather have you know less and be perfect than know more and suck at what you're doing. Okay? Because once the technique is bad and you have that reputation, it's very hard to regain that reputation again as a good martial artist. Right? So what people don't understand is this. Martial arts is two words. Martial is my combat. Do I understand what it is that I'm doing as a martial artist? And then forms is the art. This is where now I'm going to teach you a story, tell you this story. Either I perform it well or I do. Right? And so at that point, when I'm doing a form, whether it's a weapon or empty hand, I have to be an artist. Finesse is the most important thing, right? You either have good balance or you don't, good stance or you don't, right? You can't be coming out and going like, oh my God, look. No, that doesn't work. And so as I get older, I tell people, your martial skills should mature with you. Because it's at this age that I'm going to get a young punk that wants to come and go like he's an old man. And what he doesn't know is this old man's been training for 50 years. And I'm going to hurt you, right? Because as we get older, we become more tactical. I don't like, you know, I used to love to spar with people. And now when people go, you want to spar? I go, I don't spar anymore. Why? Because sparring is an exchange of blows. That hurts. Right? No, I don't have time for that to exchange blows. My technique now is either I maim you or I send you to the morgue. That's it. I need to make it home. So we become more tactical as we get older, right? And what I tell people is this. If I got into a fight now, I win, no matter what. I'm going to tell you why. Some of you guys are going to find this funny. I find it funny every time I say it. If I fight with you, and you beat me, well, your friends are going to go like, dude, you fought an old man. Oh, man, that was it. But if I beat you, they're going to say, that old man kicked your ass. Right? So either way, I'm going to win. Right? But what's good about being 60 and embracing this new decade that is coming is the fact that when somebody comes and approaches me, they're going to be based on what they see here. Right? The gray.
Right.
Not realizing that I have 50 years of martial arts training. Experience that you're never going to have because you can't teach experience. You have to experience it.
Right.
Right? And so that's what I love. But I train the way I train only because of the fact that I always tell people that you have to be honest with yourself and with other people. In order for me to learn and master my art, I needed to be honest with me. When I sucked, right? And I had to tell that to myself, okay? And so that taught me, especially when I went through cancer, that you only got one time to say what is in your mind.
Oh, you're a cancer survivor?
I'm a cancer survivor.
Oh, wow,
okay?
Congratulations.
And so thank you. And so what I tell people is, you know, I don't try to offend people, but sometimes, you know, you'll say something and people might get offended. And the only thing I have to say is this. If you get offended at something that I say, then maybe the shoe fits. And that's why you're offended. I'm not saying it to put you down. I'm saying it so that puts you in check and change the ways you think. Right? Because I'm no better than anybody.
Right. Have you did you do your forms over there in China? Did you get corrected?
When I go to Hong Kong all the time, my teacher corrects us all the time.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't matter. You know, it's so funny because I did a seminar. And the seminar was on Bang Bang. And I hear somebody in the crowd go like, oh man, but I know that form already. So I turn around and I call the guy over. And I go, well, show me Bang Bang. So he did the form. I go, not bad. Then I did Bang Bang. Then he was like, wow. I go, now, that's the way Bang Bang should look. But let me show you what you don't know about Bang Bang. And you can take any form and any style. And it doesn't matter, you might know how to move with that form, but you don't know the intricate techniques that are in that form, or the hidden techniques that are in that form that you can learn. So the more I see Bang Bang constantly, the more I see something new. Like, oh, right?
Okay.
And this is what about most people here in the United States learn Kung Fu like this. Sifu, when can I learn the next one?
Step out 45.
And they're fun
Heel on the
collectors,
ground, heel only,
right?
heel only.
And this is what I tell people. Do you rather be a fun collector or a master of techniques? Because a fun collector is a paper tiger. You get wet, it falls apart. But if you know technique,
Go.
you might
With
forget.
your right, carry with your left.
You might forget how to do a routine. You gotta remember, a form is only a choreographed routine. They're drills. But I should be able to know the technique. I should be able to have somebody go, okay, show me the twist and this and blah, blah, and me be able to do every single technique perfect. Right?
Right.
That's what's important. Because when I go out in the street,
Two.
a form is not gonna help me to fight.
Then when you do the other, you're doing.
But I have understanding of the techniques that I've done. And how I react to that person, how I move.
It's not here. and
Right?
then-
So the only difference between me and a street fighter is that I'm trained. I know where to hit,
Now it's.
right?
Right.
But a street fighter is determined to kill me, right? Most martial artists will worry of something that hasn't happened yet, and that's getting arrested. We don't think like that in this school. I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. That's the philosophy I preach, right? I don't advocate violence, but I live in New York. And you know what? Every kid that's out there that's in a gang, every single one of them is either carrying a knife or a gun. So guess what? I need to protect myself. You'd be a fool to tell you no, right? It's, you never know how you're gonna get attacked. Listen, we see it all the time on TV. People walking by and cutting somebody,
Right.
or punching you, right? So if you're not training with that in mind, then what you're doing as an instructor is lying to your students, taking their money,
Step out.
right? And so what happened to you wanting to change? You know, this one quote that I love using, and Bruce Lee said it, to live a life of immortality, you must have lived a life worth living. And so if I want my name to be mentioned 100 years from now, whose life have I changed?
That's the hard.
If I can change your life
But what it's really teaching you is how to use
1%, I did my job
this
as a
more,
Sifu,
using this.
right?
to generate
But by the
value.
same token, what I preach, I practice. And that's what I mean about being honest with yourself. You got a lot of people that talk crap, but they don't live what
Right.
they practice.